Hello, Rams. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Ethan Barron, and I am a fifth-year CSU student studying biomedical and mechanical engineering. I have the privilege of serving as a CSU presidential ambassador and share stories of the positive impacts of giving. Joining me today is Jazmyne Ewing. She is a second-year student studying health and exercise sciences with a very exciting journey in CSU so far. Through her involvement in the CSU community, Jazmyne's eyes have been open to the issues surrounding mental health insecurities. She's been able to discover her passions and interests for anything that has to do with mental health services. Recently, her commitment has come to life through the Chris Bachman Fund, and the establishment of the Mental Health Fund that was specifically created for students struggling with mental health and allocates funds to their specific needs. By having this fund, Jazmyne hopes to help out those members of the RAM family that deeply need encouragement and support. As we consider ways to either give through time, talent, treasure, or testimony, this conversation will be centered on how giving can make life-changing impacts. Jazmyne, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
All right. I guess so. Let's begin with why CSU. What influenced your decision to become a RAM?
What really influenced me was probably my aunt because she went to CSU herself and she's only said positive things about it. And she also was a HES major, and she really recommended it to me because I like working with health. I like health in general. And she also told me if you also enjoy exercise, then this would be the major for you because I also really enjoy exercising. And so it just really inspired me. I wanted to learn more about it too because I didn't really know that that was a major. And yeah, so when I saw that CSU had that and not a lot of other schools had that, I was thinking like, okay, well, now it's definitely meant to be because I already knew this was going to be a good school. I already heard good things about it. I heard that was also diverse. And so that on top of that just kind of helped me make my decision more to come to the school.
Right. Are you from Colorado originally?
I am. I'm from Aurora.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm from Texas, so this cold weather. I know I've been here for 5 years, and I'm still not used to the uh, random cold days and having to bike.
I've been here my whole life and I'm still not used to it either.
I know it changes so quickly. I feel like it was so nice. I guess it wasn't that nice over the weekend. It was so cold, but on Monday when it started snowing and I leave myself X amount of time to bike to class. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to sprint to class because I can't bike in this.
Yeah, it's completely random because a month, not a month ago, a year ago from last month, it was just um, snowy the whole entire month. But, in November, oh wait, what was last month? October. Yeah, in October, it was kind of sunny for a minute. It was pretty nice
Mhm.
until the last couple weeks, but yeah, it's never the same ever
Yeah.
here.
Well, leave some interest in the weather at least.
I guess so.
So there are diverse avenues to discovering our true passions for serving our communities. Would you mind sharing how you became involved in mental health support, and how that inspired you to create the Chris Bachman Mental Health Fund?
Well, personally for me, I've always found it important to like learn more about and talk about because I actually struggle with anxiety and I didn't really know it was like such a huge part of my life until I got into college, and that's when I just like, saw it increase a lot more freshman year. And it just really kind of connects to my fund because I um my during my freshman year, I would say like actually a year from now, I was trying to find like resources besides, just going to counseling. And I was just like kind of surprised that there was like limited resources. Like there was no like scholarships or like funds
Mhm.
or anything because I feel like a lot of it had to do with like money insecurities. Like it was really just like impacting my health, because college is just about, well, it's not just about money, but money is just like a huge stressor for me. So I was just like kind of just like shocked that there really wasn't anything for me to do. And I guess it just really, after that, it kind of just like made me think like starting my own starting my own project and trying to like um, make it easier for others that are going through the same thing as me to find a new solution to like their problems, whether it's like money or their health. And I feel like if I didn't like go through that, then I probably wouldn't have started the fund.
Yeah, well, a great story. I definitely feel like the need for those kind of resources are something that is super impactful for a lot of students, especially during, COVID and the whole transition. It can be very stressful on top of just the financial aspects of going to university.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So as a current CSU student, oh, I'm so sorry, I missed a question. Was there a moment, either during your time at CSU or even before becoming a RAM, that inspired you to give back to the community?
Um, it was kind of, I guess it was kind of at the start of this summer because again, like I've always kind of had this project in mind, but
Mhm.
like never really would have went through with it uh if I didn't try for this scholarship because that's how this all kind of started. Like it started off as a scholarship project idea. Like one of the requirements was to come up with a project that could help the community of CSU.
Mhm.
I didn't even know like how to start with this, but I mentioned that idea, and although I didn't get the scholarship or anything, I was still like recommended to do it. So I guess that kind of just like inspired me more to like actually go through with it because I didn't know if I really wanted to do that or not. I was kind of like afraid that it would work. But yeah, really up until this summer was when I decided like maybe this is something I'm supposed to do, something I've always thought about. So why not?
Yeah, what were some of like the biggest challenges, like starting off with the fund?
I guess it was like how to start it because I didn't know where I would even do this on. Like I didn't know who to get in touch with. That's why the director the of the scholarship, I think her name was like Sam Desta or something. I can't remember her name. But she also works with like student government people, so she just like referred me to them, and they referred me to like people in the slice office. It was just like this whole thing, and that's kind of how I got started. But if I didn't do that, I probably would be lost because I never started a fund. I don't even know how to start a project here at CSU. So yeah, and it was also kind of just like the money thing, how I was gonna raise it.
Hmm.
So I had to like advertise for something or like put an idea out there and kind of hope that people would listen and
Hmm.
don't. But they did, thankfully. So
Yeah, great. Um, so as a current CSU student, with the many ways that you've dedicated yourself to the RAM community, what does gratitude mean to you?
well, when I think of gratitude, I think of thankfulness and appreciation. So wait, what was the question again? I want to make sure I'm answering.
Sure. So basically, what does gratitude mean to you based on the many ways that you've dedicated yourself to the RAM community?
Uh, okay, so yeah, it basically just means appreciation and thankfulness because if I'm gonna relate it back to the CSU community and the Rams community, I feel like I'm thankful for a lot. Like I'm thankful for the people that helped me. I'm thankful for this like opportunity to talk to someone and actually go through with my project. Um, I feel like I'm also appreciative of just the fact that I started this myself and it's like not only will it like help me, but I feel like it can help a lot of other people too. So I think that's the big part of it.
Right. Yeah, the legacy of it is always something that is just super cool to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
For students who are hesitant to give back or dream big about ways to serve their community, what advice do you have?
I would just say don't be afraid to do something that scares you. Because again, I was afraid that this wouldn't like happen. I was afraid that it was gonna fail, it was gonna flop, and I would have just, I would have just been like kind of disappointed in myself because it didn't happen. But it takes time, I guess. And it's all worth it in the end if you really take your time and put your efforts into it. If it's something you're very passionate about, I feel like you should just do it and try it. Because at least you can say, I tried and I did my best.
Mhm.
And you could succeed. Or I don't feel like you could really fail. I feel like you just can learn from it and get better from there. That's something I just had to learn along the way. Because I was stressing about the money situation for a minute. Because at
Right.
first it started off slow and then somehow towards the end it just got better. So yeah.
I definitely feel like um, things being difficult is like the hardest thing, or like being okay with things being difficult has been like the biggest shift in the way I've approached like even just like studying or something. Just
Yeah,
like you're obviously going to try to do it the easiest way or the most efficient way or the most correct way. And if you fail, that's when you're learning the most because no one intentionally fails. So
exactly.
you're kind of just recorrecting, these ideas of what you think the best idea is and then learning from it.
That just sounds like my chemistry class. Once I sucked at the beginning, I did not know how to study for this class, and then I realized the practice exams were very beneficial because they're almost exactly the same. Well, they're not the same, but same format, same type of questions. And I kind of had to learn how to do those as a way of studying for me because the way I was studying before, I was just like going off the notes,
Right.
but it wasn't enough. It's like if I didn't critique it and like try to improve what I was doing or try to find like a new method or what,
Hmm.
then who knows where that could have gone.
Yeah, the first exams are always the hardest because you don't know like what to expect. So
Exactly.
it's much easier to course correct after you kind of know where you're going wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess last question is pretty controversial. So, four-legged cam or two-legged cam?
Oh my gosh, I saw this question. I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to say. This is a trick question because uh rams have four legs, so I don't know if I should just say that or if I should just say two-legged because
Well, I think it's either between our mascot at the games
uh,
or the actual Cam the Ram.
um okay, that makes more sense. um hmm, probably two-legged because he gets the crowd hyped up, I guess.
I am so partial to two-legged Cam. I want to see four-legged Cam do a backflip. Once I see that, then I'll be
I really
sold.
haven't seen him. That's why I can't really make that judgment. I saw him like once, and yeah, I was kind of expecting like he would do like a trick. He would dance for the crowd. I don't know, but I don't know. The two-legged cam is kind of cool too. He's cool. He takes pictures. He dances.
Yeah,
I
huge fan of the two-legged Cam.
or you know, I feel like you like the four-legged one more.
I've only taken one picture with the four-legged Cam in my 5 years. There was always such a long line, and I only see him when I'm like on my way late to class or something. And I'm like, I don't have time.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I'm a second year, but I still have yet to see him. Maybe that's why I like the two-legged one because I actually took a picture with him.
Mhm.
He's at almost every event, so I can't really miss him.
Right.
So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again, Jazmyne, for joining me today. I really enjoyed spending this time chatting with you. And to all of our viewers, in order to support the Chris Bachman Support Fund, you can visit ramfunder.colostate.edu. And thank you all for tuning into today's video. To find more interviews from Gratitude Week, please check out our website at giving.colostate.edu /presidentials ambassadors. or our Instagram at Presidential Ambassadors. And that's it. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.